Yes, up, guys? Chris Hatch here. Now, recently I posted a question on Facebook asking people if they could tell me what the true cause of poverty is. And I got a lot of different answers, and all the answers had one thing in common. None of them were the true cause of poverty. What those answers were was what happens as a result of the true cause of poverty. Now, the true cause of poverty is what's known as poverty consciousness. Now you're probably asking, Kurt, what do you mean? What's poverty consciousness? What are you talking about? Now, let me go and clarify that for a second. First of all, if you're born into poverty, you can't control what you're born into, okay? Bill Gates once said that if you're born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it is your fault. So it's what you do after that point that counts. Now, what I mean by poverty consciousness is it is the way people are programmed to think throughout their lives that causes a perpetual repetitious cycle of poverty over and over and over again. Okay? Wealthy people, successful people think a lot differently. Now, a person who has poverty consciousness, what they do is they see their present results, okay, and they let those present results dictate their thinking. And then their thinking, they start recreating the same stuff that they're seeing over and over again, right? Remember, everything that you see in front of you, like for example, this cell phone. Okay, this was once nothing but a thought in someone's mind. Okay, look all around your house, look all around your city. Everything you see was once just a simple thought in someone's mind. Okay, so we have to understand first that everything starts with a thought. All right, that's very important. Thought is the foundation, the seed of creation, of invention. Okay, so everything starts with a thought. All right, so if with poverty, people have poverty consciousness, what they do is they allow their current results to dictate their thinking. Now, remember, there's a lot of people who have become extremely wealthy who started off from very, very, very poor beginnings. Okay, someone with poverty consciousness, they allow their current situation again to dictate their results. So what happens is they see the results, they think those results in their head because that's all they see, and then because the thought is the creative process, it recreates that same perpetual cycle over and over and over again. So all they do is recreate the same situations over and over and over again. Okay, they don't break through that cycle. Right? They continue. It's like being on a hamster wheel or a Ferris wheel. They're continually on the same cycle. Nothing changes. It's like, getting into an elevator and pushing the button of the same floor that you're still on, and you're wondering why you're not going anywhere because you keep pushing the same button. Or it's like going to the same movie over and over and over again and expecting a different ending. Okay, it's going to keep repetitively happening over and over and over again. So, people with a prosperity consciousness, okay, people who are successful or on the road to becoming successful, people with a prosperity consciousness do things different. They don't see what they have and allow that to dictate their thinking. They think what they want, okay, and they understand where they're at. They understand they understand their current circumstance. They know where they're at. If someone is, very, very poor, and they understand that, they know where they're at, but they don't let that dictate their thinking because they want to create the same thing over and over again. Okay, a person with prosperity consciousness, they think what they want, not what they have, and by thinking what they want, what happens is it activates something called the reticular activating system in your brain. That is a part of your brain that tells you what you're going to pay attention to. Okay, it dictates what you pay attention to in the world. So if someone is in poverty, but they're thinking, what I want to do is I want to make $1 million a year, okay, and they think in that. What's going to happen is, as they're thinking this, and then they're believing that they can do it, and they act as if it's already happened, they believe it's already happened, what happens is the mind does something really interesting. Whatever you believe, the mind will do everything in its power to prove to you that it's true. Okay? So, when your mind says, in your mind you believe that you're going to be making $1 million a year, and you believe as if you've already done it, you live in the moment, you live in the total feeling of it, okay? This is a very basic part of the law of attraction. is utilizing the reticular activating system. You believe that 100% that this is what's happening, this is what's going to happen to you for you. You're going to make this $1 million a year. The mind starts to find all these different things around in your environment and in your daily activities and your daily rituals that are going to be able to help you to get to that goal. Okay? So remember, a person with poverty consciousness, what they do is they think, they let their present results dictate their thinking, and they go in this, and then they recreate those same things in their head, and that, as you create them in your head, you create them in your world, over and over and over again. A person with prosperity consciousness, they see what they want, they think what they want. They don't let their current situation dictate their thinking. They see what they want in their head, in their mind. They picture it, they visualize it, they grasp it, and they live it as if it's already happened with complete feeling. And they utilize these thoughts to create what they want. Again, utilizing the part of the brain called the reticular activating system, they will find everything in the world to prove to them that what they believe is true. Now, it's the same thing with people that are in poverty. When they see what their situation, and they start thinking these thoughts, and they believe that they're always going to be in the situation, that they don't believe anything else can get them out of it, their mind believes that it's true. And the reticular activating system will look for everything there is in the world to prove to them that what they believe is true. So it can work in a positive or negative way. So what you want to do is you want to not let your current situation dictate your thinking. What you want to do is let what you want dictate your thinking. Okay, and that will take you to that next level that you're looking for. So guys, without this Kurt Tashy, I hope this kind of explains to you what the actual cause of poverty is. Remember, it's not having too many bills, it's not the geographical location of where you're at, it's not the family you're born into, it's not any of those things. It is simply poverty consciousness. The act of the programming that you've been basically programmed with all your life, that if you're in poverty, you're potentially continually thinking these things over and over again, and you're continually recreating them in your world. So stop letting your current situation dictate your thinking. Think about what you want, and then by natural law, your mind, your brain, your reticular activating system will start to see all the things in the world that are going to help you get there. So again, well, thank you for watching, and if you would like to see what I'm doing to create income online and learn the true science of making money online, go ahead and click the link down below if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, go ahead and I'll have the link here on the video somewhere, or you can click the link at the end of the video to go there. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye.